that the word digit comes from the Latin word for finger? That's right. We have 10 fingers and 10 toes, and that's probably why the number 10 is so important. It's like the number 10 is built into our bodies. Think about all the things that come in tens. We have 10 fingers to write, to eat, and to play music. We have 10 toes to help us run, jump, and dance. The number 10 is all around us. Isn't it fascinating how such a simple number can be so connected to who we are? Let's explore more about the amazing number 10. 10 is a special number in math. It's not just any number. It holds a unique place in our numerical system and has a profound impact on how we understand and interact with numbers. It's the base of our decimal system, which means we count in groups of 10. This system, known as the base 10 or decimal system, is the foundation of our everyday arithmetic and calculations. Think about it. We have 10 unique digits, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and these digits are the building blocks of all other numbers. And then we start over again with 10, 11, 12, and so on. This cyclical nature of counting makes it intuitive and easy to grasp, even for young learners. This system makes it easy to write and understand even very large numbers. Imagine trying to write the number 1000 without the concept of place value. It would be incredibly cumbersome. The number 10 also helps us understand place value. Place value is a fundamental concept in math that allows us to determine the value of a digit based on its position within a number. The 1 in the number 10 means one group of 10, while the 0 means 0 ones. This simple yet powerful idea is what makes our number system so versatile. As we move to the left in a number, each place value is 10 times bigger. This exponential growth is what allows us to easily represent and work with very large numbers. So, in the number 100, the 1 means one group of 100, which is 10 times bigger than 10. This hierarchical structure is the essence of our number system. 10 is also important in multiplication. Multiplying by 10 is one of the first multiplication facts that students learn because of its simplicity and consistency. Any number multiplied by 10 simply gets a 0 added to the end. This rule makes it incredibly easy to perform quick calculations and understand the concept of scaling numbers. For example, 5 times 10 equals 50. This straightforward pattern helps build a strong foundation for more complex mathematical concepts. This makes multiplying by 10 super easy. Understanding the power of 10 not only simplifies arithmetic but also enhances our overall number sense, making math more accessible and enjoyable. Humans have been using the number 10 for counting for a very long time. The number 10 is deeply rooted in our history and daily lives. It's not just a random choice, it's a reflection of our natural world. Think about it. We have 10 fingers, which makes counting in tens intuitive and practical. Imagine you lived thousands of years ago, before there were numbers or writing. Life was simpler, but keeping track of things was still a challenge. Without written records, people had to rely on physical objects and memory to manage their daily tasks. How would you keep track of your sheep? Shepherds, for instance, needed a reliable way to ensure none of their flock went missing. Losing even one sheep could mean a significant loss. One way is to use pebbles. Pebbles were readily available and easy to carry. They became a simple yet effective tool for counting and keeping track of items. You could let one pebble represent one sheep. This method allowed shepherds to have a tangible representation of their flock, making it easier to manage and count. But what if you had many sheep? As the number of sheep increased, so did the number of pebbles. This could quickly become cumbersome and impractical. You would need a lot of pebbles. Managing large quantities of pebbles could be overwhelming, leading to the need for a more efficient system. That's where the number 10 comes in handy. By grouping pebbles into sets of 10, early humans could simplify their counting process. Early humans started grouping things in tens. This method not only made counting easier, but also laid the foundation for our modern numerical systems. After counting 10 pebbles, they might replace them with a bigger stone to represent 10. This way, they could keep track of larger numbers without needing an overwhelming number of pebbles. This made counting large numbers much easier. The use of larger stones to represent groups of 10 pebbles was a significant step towards more advanced counting systems. Over time, people developed different ways to write down numbers. These written systems allowed for more complex calculations and record-keeping. The ancient Romans used letters like X for 10. Their numeral system was widely used and influenced many other cultures. Today we use the Arabic numeral system, which includes the symbol 10 for 10. This system is more efficient and has become the global standard for mathematics and commerce. Even modern computers rely on the number 10. Computers use a binary system, but the principles of counting and grouping remain the same. They use a system called binary code, which is based on groups of 2. Binary code is the foundation of all modern computing, enabling complex calculations and data processing. But guess what? 8, which is a power of 2, 2 times 2 times 2, is also closely related to 10. This connection shows how different numerical systems can intersect and complement each other, highlighting the versatility and interconnectedness of mathematics. Why do we count in groups of 10? It's likely because of our 10 fingers. From a very young age, we use our fingers to count. We learn to associate each finger with a number, and when we reach 10, we start again. This natural inclination to count in tens has influenced the development of number systems throughout history. Many cultures around the world have developed counting systems based on 10. This makes sense, as it's something that we all have in common. Some people believe that if humans had evolved with a different number of fingers, our number system might be different today. Imagine if we had 8 fingers. Would we count in 8s instead? It's an interesting thought experiment. Section 5. Measuring the world, the metric system. The number 10 is also important in the metric system, which is used all over the world for measuring length, weight, and volume. The metric system is based on units of 10, which makes it easy to convert between different units. For example, there are 10 millimeters in a centimeter, 10 centimeters in a decimeter, and 10 decimeters in a meter. This simple system makes it much easier to measure things accurately and to communicate measurements with others. The metric system is used in science, engineering, and everyday life. It's a great example of how the number 10 helps us understand and measure the world around us. Section 6. 10 in time and calendar. The number 10 appears in our measurement of time too. While we have 12 months in a year and 60 minutes in an hour, these numbers are also related to 10. For example, the ancient Babylonians who influenced our modern system of time used a base 60 system. 60 is a multiple of 10. They divided the day into 24 hours, which can be grouped into 2 sets of 10 hours, with an extra 4 hours for sunrise and sunset. Furthermore, a decade is a period of 10 years. We use decades to organize and understand historical events. It's another example of how the number 10 helps us make sense of time. Section 7, number 10, in sports and games. The number 10 holds a special place in many sports and games. It is a number that often signifies excellence, leadership, and pivotal moments. In soccer, the number 10 jersey is often worn by the team's playmaker, the most creative and skillful player on the field. This player is usually the one who orchestrates the game, setting up goals and making crucial passes. Think of legendary players like Pelé, Maradona, and Messi, who all wore the number 10. These icons have left an indelible mark on the sport, each bringing their unique flair and talent to the game. In bowling, getting a strike knocking down all 10 pins is the ultimate goal. This achievement is celebrated with cheers and high fives, as it represents a perfect play. It requires precision, power, and a bit of luck. The bowler must skillfully aim and release the ball, hoping to hit the sweet spot that will send all 10 pins crashing down. From card games to board games, the number 10 often plays a significant role. In many card games, the 10 card can be a game changer, turning the tide in a player's favor. Whether it's the highest card in a deck or a key number on a game board, 10 often represents a moment of excitement or a turning point in the game. It can be the number that decides the winner or the move that changes the course of the game. In tennis, reaching 10 points in a tiebreaker can be the difference between victory and defeat. The tension builds as players strive to reach this critical number. In gymnastics, a perfect score of 10 is the pinnacle of achievement. It signifies flawless execution and is a rare and celebrated accomplishment. Across various sports and games, the number 10 is a symbol of excellence, a benchmark that athletes and players aspire to reach. It represents the thrill of competition and the joy of achieving greatness. Section 8:10 in religion and mythology. Throughout history, the number 10 has held symbolic meaning in various religions and mythologies. In Christianity, there are the 10 Commandments, a set of moral and ethical principles. These commandments are fundamental to Christian beliefs and practices. In Greek mythology, there are the 10 labors of Heracles, a series of seemingly impossible tasks that the hero Heracles had to complete. These labors tested Heracles' strength, courage, and intelligence. These stories and beliefs show that the number 10 has been associated with important concepts like law, morality, and heroism for centuries. Section 9:10. A small number with a big impact. From our 10 fingers and toes to the way we count and measure the world, the number 10 is all around us. It's a small number with a big impact, shaping our understanding of math, science, history, and even our own bodies. The next time you see the number 10, take a moment to appreciate its significance. It's a reminder of the interconnectedness of our world and the power of simple ideas. And here's a fun fact to remember. Did you know that 10 is the smallest triangular number that is also a sum of consecutive squares? 1 squared plus 2 squared plus 3 squared equals 10. Amazing!